Hey, Sven here. Every company that provides any kind of service has at least one very important task every month. On the one hand, this task is quite nice, but on the other hand, it can also be pretty annoying. It's nice because it's about writing invoices for customers, and in the end, that's how the money comes in. But it's also annoying because depending on the number of customers and invoices you have to create, it can be extremely time consuming and take up a lot of your time. And that's even though it's actually a recurring task and can be easily automated. We've put together two blueprints for you in Make, where we handle everything using Sevdesk and Clockify. If you also use these systems, or at least one of them, you can of course put it straight into action. If you use other systems for accounting and time tracking, then at the very least this should inspire you to simply recreate it with the corresponding modules of those systems. That means you just swap out these modules here and get the same effect. We're offering you this entire package as a free download. You'll also get all the templates and an email that explains exactly how you can set it up. And now, in this video, I'll show you what the idea behind it is and how it works. I'm Sven, I'm an entrepreneur, and I've been working on process optimization and quality for over 33 years, not just in business, but in all areas of life. And much of what I can do today, I learned through experience and trial and error, and I know what really works. In my videos, I want to show you how you can use intelligent process automation profitably for yourself and your business, in case you don't know how to get started, or if you have any questions, just book a free call with me using the link. You'll find the link directly below this video. So, let's get started. We use Sevdesk as our accounting software, which means we have an entry for each client there and we issue our invoices through it. And for our time tracking, we use the free version of Clockify. It's super easy to use, fast, and the free version is more than enough for us. It works perfectly. The first thing we do is when we create a new client in Sevdesk, we also create a new client in Clockify. That means we simply use this name here, and then we create a new project, which is based on this client ID. And it also has the same name. You could also include the project name if it was defined somewhere else. And what's funny is that here, the project color is actually a required field. That means you have to enter some color here, and we thought, well, for now, we'll just set a variable here. And what you could maybe do here is, depending on the project type, use different color codes. That could definitely be helpful. Yes, that means the project is set up, and time tracking on this project can start right away. And that's also why it's smart, because the moment people start working on the project, it's good if it already exists. Now it's the end of the month, or rather, we've set it up so that always on the 1st, this process is carried out on the 1st of the following month. What does the whole thing look like? First, we create a monthly report here. This monthly report is then automatically generated for each project. And to gather the correct data, we need to define the start and end of the period. And since we do it on the 1st of a month, we can, for example, if today is the 1st, if it's September, then with add month -1, the 1st of August is set. And then we set the time here to midnight, which means in principle, everything starts from the 1st of August at 0. Everything that was entered up to the last day of the month at 11:59 p.m. And that's also very easy because of the first day of the month, because if I'm in February and there are 28 or 29 days, then I would have to determine switches or something like that. That's why the first day of a month -1 day is the last day of the previous month. And then I set the time to 11:59 p.m. and thus in this evaluation I have all entries that occurred within this period. The whole thing is exported here as a JSON document, and then I call the same. I run the same query again, but this time not as a JSON, but as a PDF document so that I have it recorded, so to speak. I can set that somewhere here. I think I already passed it. Yes, here, export type, JSON, CSV, XLS, or PDF. And then, of course, I need a loop over all projects. Then I retrieve all the project details, which through this loop here, each time change. If the customer has already been created in Clockify, but not yet in Sevdesk, which can also happen, then a new contact is now created in Sevdesk. Then the invoice is generated, the invoice is created, and then the team is notified. That means a new invoice is created in Sevdesk with the invoice number, the customer, and so on. People are then asked to check it because it needs to be resolved somehow. And whether you use Teams now, or Slack, or any other system to inform people, you can of course adjust that accordingly. The normal case is the customer already exists. That means you then fetch the contact from Sevdesk here, and then you create the invoice. And then here the different line items are created with the price, the description, the context, data, and everything else. Then the invoice is generated. That means creating and generating are two different things. That means it first has to be created, then it's in draft status, and when it's finalized, it's essentially locked in. Then we get the customer's email address to which we want to send this invoice, download the PDF, and then send this PDF. We have an email text here that contains all the necessary information. We have two attachments here. Firstly, the invoice document, and secondly, the PDF report from the PDF report. From the query in Clockify here, from this second call. Yes, in this way we really save ourselves many hours of work each month, because depending on how many clients and how many invoices there are, it can get quite time consuming. Yes, and as mentioned in the introduction, you can download this package with these scenarios for free, and then you'll also get instructions on how to set everything up. Then I hope you'll be able to save yourself a bunch of time every month with this nice task, namely sending invoices to your clients. I wish you lots of fun with it. See you next time. Ciao.